Good morning, everyone. South Texas Pepper here. It's been a while. I haven't come out with a video, uh, but I just kind of felt that right now, the way things are going, I think it'd be a really good time to talk about some things that are going on out there. Um, from what I've seen, a lot of people experiencing, and for what I'm going through in in my personal life, not anything, crazy or anything. Let me adjust this camera real quick. Not anything crazy or anything like that. It's just like with the economy and with dealing with the way everything's gone up in price. A lot of the things that I had talked about when I first started this channel, and especially during the COVID years, right after the COVID years, with these stimulus checks that we were getting and things of that nature, things that were going on in the economy, we knew that inflation was going to be going up, but we're really starting to see the manifestation of what the powers that be are doing to us. The past month, I've really started to see. I don't have TikTok, but I do. Sometimes it comes across my feeds, especially on social media. But I've never seen so many people talking about how bad they're doing, like with their finances, and I can see why. But just remember, guys, that all of this was not an accident. It's not so much because people are, don't know how to spend money, or not so much that they're not good with their finances. It's that the whole system is set up to drain you, to drain your energy, drain the fruits of your labor. That's what it's for. That's what it was. That's the way it was created. So let's put that. China. So I've seen, we can, like, what's going on in my life right now is that and I make decent money, right? I paid off a car this year. My car, paid it off. But the things that a lot of people aren't really talking about, and I'm gonna tell you right now, is like, for example, if you're a homeowner, property taxes are going up. Are every year they go up. I live in Texas, where we don't have a state sales tax. We don't have state sales tax, but we do have property taxes, and they're pretty high. And the thing is that they keep going up because you got these private equity firms and hedge funds that are buying up houses left and right, and they're artificially driving up the price of these houses, making it seem like there's a demand, like a high demand. And so these crooked county appraisers and all that, the prices go up to the houses, therefore the property taxes go up, and it's making it very hard for people to keep their homes, people to become a homeowner, period. So all of these things are not so much people. It's, you got these big corporations coming and driving up the price of everything. So all I can tell y'all is try to get out of debt, guys. Try to get out of debt. And I started this channel as a prepper channel but from the beginning, if you look at my first videos, I always focused on finances, right? On the economy and the way our money was set up. And another thing I kind of focused on was psychology, because they really do the everyday person. People are struggling and they're wondering, like, what can they do, and like how did they get to this point, or whatever it was, because it's because it was on purpose. It was contrived. So you really have to, instead of being on wasting your time with social media, or if you're gonna be on social media, use it. Find things that are gonna educate you on how to make money in this time and the time that we're living in right now, because we're going into another, not so much another time, we're going into a whole nother age. Working for a living, in the old ways, in this system, is not gonna cut it. You have to find ways to move around your money. Be smart, start a business. I know a lot of people that have their own businesses, and it's hard work, but they're their own boss. You control your money. That's a whole other thing, is that also the money and the way we understand it, that's not really how it is. They've really created a system where only they know the inner workings of what it really is. Like money here in the Western world, really, like really globally, is debt. So get out of debt, guys. Again, for my situation, my daughter's going off to college, and it's funny, I was listening to a prepper now. He was just talking about people borrowing money for getting loans out for school and all that. My daughter, she got her scholarships and all that, but there's other things that that scholarships don't pay for, housing, food plans, stuff like that, and we're having to find a way to pay for that. And she's really my first child that is going to college like that, and so it's a learning experience for me and my wife. And so just a lot of things that I feel it. There was not too long ago, man, I won't say I was depressed, not depressed, but like the weight of having to navigate through all this was really weighing on me. So you're not alone, guys. A lot of us, the debt doesn't help, but the prepping does. I stocked up so much preps during these past years that they really help right now. Food is ridiculous. I'm sure y'all know that. We could go on and on, but control your debt, guys. There's ways to make money. You just gotta control your spending, because it's all if you know the things that I know, that I've studied, that I do study, it's all contrived. It's an actual policy that they have to do this to us. So you gotta play that game. You have to learn. You have to learn what money is, and just go out there and go all out and try to get some of that. It's floating all over the place. It's literally floating through the air, guys. It's in the ether. Seriously, you just gotta go learn how to get it. It's there. Anyway, guys, this is not gonna be the last video. I'm gonna start making more videos, because the things that I was talking about that were coming, they're here. And I go back to some of my videos, I'm like, damn, man, I was right on the money. But anyway, guys, take care of each other and love each other out there, because that's what we're here for. God bless.